Hey, good morning folks, Wayne here, how you doing? It's a nice beautiful sunny day today. You can see lovely blue skies everywhere. So Saturday today and feels really good. It was nice to be out. I was going to sit on here, but if I sit here I think we're going to get too much the old current bun in our face. Yeah, it looks that way, so we won't be sitting anywhere now. So let's go for a little stroll up here instead. So let's talk about things today. What we've done so far, we've had some good conversations on the video about certain aspects of what I do, and God, I'm out of breath. See, that's how out of shape I am these days. Used to be quite fit, but don't seem to be anymore. And all this walking that I'm doing, there you go. So walking's okay for you, but running's better. But we don't do running at the moment. Anyway, what I do is I still do every day. Get out of bed, 6 days a week, right? Get out of bed fast. Put your feet on the floor, do your little bit of thank you, and then get out onto the road or onto the park, as this case may be, and start walking. I do the walk, finish the walk, and then I start and do this video with you guys. And I talked to you a little bit yesterday about something I call quiet time, and tell you a story about it really, because years ago when I lived in Thailand, and some of you know about my story about Thailand, but I'll tell you about that another time. But when I actually lived there, I used to get up and go down to the beach occasionally. It wasn't regular, but it was quite occasionally. So I'd maybe in the afternoon or something, if the sun had just come down, I'd go down to the beach and I'd walk the length of the beach, which is probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 kilometres. And when I get to the bottom, there used to be like some rocks at the bottom and like a small cove. And it was beautiful. I mean, it was a stunning place, really was. And I found this one particular rock that I used to go up on top of. It was quite a big rock, and I'd sit there and I'd meditate. And what I mean by that is I'd go into, I'd get up on the rock and I'd close my eyes and I'd start doing some heavy, what they call deep breathing, I guess you call it, where you actually breathe in, hold your breath for a few seconds, and then allow it to come back out. But you do it in a way where when you're breathing out, I think I did do this a little bit with you, I'm not sure, and you actually breathe out in a way where you control the breathing on the way out. It's a kind of like someone that sings, I guess, when they're trying to use their diaphragm to actually get those vocal cords to come out, and it's stretching their cords a bit more. I sing, but I'm not a professional singer or anything like that, so I'm just telling you how I feel when you take your lungs in and you can feel your diaphragm, it pushes out, and then when you can feel if you put your hand on your stomach, you can actually feel the air coming out of your stomach. But what we're talking about here, yeah. So what I used to do is sit on this rock, and I remember a story. The tide comes in and comes out, so I was on this rock at one particular time. I was miles away. I was nice and fresh, and I could hear the waves in the background, and it was beautiful. And there was, a few birds in the air singing, and all you can hear is like the soft crashing of the waves as they hit the rocks. Absolutely beautiful sound, so tranquil, so relaxing, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I remember one particular day, I woke up and I was completely soaked. And what it was, as unbeknown to me, because I was so deep into my meditation, the tide had come in, but it come in really heavy, and the waves were really heavy, and this big waves come up, and it's just absolutely cloud busted me, took me completely by surprise, knocked me off my feet. I was lucky to stay on the rock, to be fair, and yeah, I got absolutely soaked. But the thing was, the rock itself was like probably at least 6 foot, I would say, so you had to climb up to it. So it's a big wave that came through this, but yeah, I used to love doing that. It was great fun, really was. But going back to what I mean by quiet time, it's not quite meditation, because meditation's a deep form of that. But when I say quiet time to you, what I mean is you need to take time for yourself, right? Whether it's 10 minutes, preferably longer, preferably if you can get 20, 30 minutes of free time, that would be great. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Some of you got children, some of you got busy lives. We all have busy lives, I got that. But funny, isn't it, that we've all got 24 hours in the day. So we have to just change our priorities right now, because what's processing or what you're doing up to now is probably not helping you. So let's try and find a way to help you a little bit better. And I know for me anyway, the quiet time is really important, because what it does is it draws out all the stuff in your life that really doesn't serve you. And what you're trying to do, or what you're hoping to do, should I say, is start to feel better in yourself. And the way to do that is by emptying the baggage. We've talked about that before, about putting more stuff you put in the trash. You've got to find a way of emptying it. And with the quiet time, literally all you do, you find a place where it's quiet. It could be that while you're out walking, that you go and sit under a tree. Like today it's a bit wet, but you could go and sit under a tree, or excuse me, or you just find somewhere quiet. Could be in your house, could be in one of the spare rooms, it could be the bedroom, it could be anywhere, but it's got to be a place where you're not going to be disturbed by other people. And I tell in my house, I actually say to my brother and my mum, like, I'm just going for 30 minutes quiet time. Now they understand what that is, because I explain it to them. So as soon as you explain what you need to do, like, people will understand. You just say, look, I'm just going for some quiet time. And they go, oh, what, you're going for a sleep? And you always say, yeah, that's right, just go for a sleep. I'm just going for an afternoon skip. But an afternoon nap, right, believe it or not, is not as bad as everyone works out. Everyone says, oh yeah, tired, you've got to go and have a nap. No, what it is your body, it's telling you that you're tired. So just go and deal with it and do the 30 minutes and go to sleep. If it comes to it, it doesn't matter. But this quiet time is not for you to sleep. It's there for you to reflect. So what you're going to do is, you're just going to go in, you're going to close your eyes like this, take a couple of breaths deep, well, a couple of deep breaths, nothing exciting, but just a couple. So it's like a same again. Just two, really. We're not going into deep meditation or anything, we're just going into this quiet thing. It puts you in a bit more of a relaxed state. If you've got some YouTube do a lot of that meditating, relaxing music. I like it, I think it's good. Puts you in a really nice place. And you can just listen to that in the background. But what happens, all of a sudden things will start coming into your mind, and those thoughts you're gonna start emptying them, because what you're doing is you're processing the things that are really disturbing you. Things that are in your subconscious, things that you don't really think about, but they are there, and they're doing you more damage than good. So what you need to do is you need to just keep doing that for probably around 30 minutes. Sometimes you might find when you first do it that you won't be able to do it that much. Just give me 1 second. I dropped my hat. There you go. The old bad boy. Yeah, so what you'll find is you might not be able to do it straight away. So you might only find you get 5 minutes or 10 minutes. It doesn't really matter. All I'm saying to you is do that quiet time, because it really will help you out. And if you start doing it, let me know. Give me some feedback on the page, or just subscribe if you want to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's absolutely fine. I appreciate it. I just like people coming to say hello, and hopefully you're enjoying the videos. And all I'm really doing is just putting stuff on a page, but on a video, just to explain to people what happened and where you can go from where you were originally, and get yourself back in the game. I mean, yeah, you're going to have setbacks, you're going to have relapses, whatever. But I still run a business myself. I still have up and down days. We can't stop it from doing things, but what it can do is you can stop things from affecting you. So remember thought process. Remember our friend the chimp. You know what you got to do. I know that's my favourite expression, like that. It's going to be on these videos all the time, but it's literally you shut up, go away, leave me alone. You got the general thing, and that's what you got to do. And the more you can do that, the more you control yourself, the more you control your day, the better it's going to be. So listen, bouncing. I've got to go and get some. I don't know what to have today. What shall I have for breakfast? Any thoughts? I'm not really an egg man, but maybe I'll have a bacon sandwich. That sounds like a plan. Oh, if there's any vegetarians out there, then that's probably not a good thing. If you've got any recommendations, by the way, about not eating bread, that's something that I'm thinking about doing right now. But what can you have without bread? Think about it. instead of having bread, someone said you can have lettuce, make a sandwich out of lettuce. Sounds interesting, possibly, but what happens if I have a tuna sandwich? Surely the tuna would go right through the lettuce, wouldn't it? I don't know. And what about cheese? Would be all right, wouldn't it? Cheese would be fine. What else? I suppose you could have ham. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways of getting rid of bread from my diet, because I find that bread is very powerful and it makes you very bloated and it makes you very lethargic. And the idea of what we're trying to do here is trying to make us in a place where we become less lethargic and we got more concentration and we can enjoy ourselves on a regular time. And the more you can get that, the better it becomes. But my first thing would say is, if you start, doing what we've said, getting up early and starting your day early, it puts you in a really good place for the rest of the day. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. Saturday. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm not around tomorrow. As you know, I do have a day of rest, so I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye for now.